Hello, hello. Hopefully we should be live. Oh no, he didn't. Here we go. That's what you've left on the bench for me. Dirt Diggler himself's in chat. I thought I'd just jump on because I'm just doing a few bits at the bench. So first order is to pour a little drink. And this drink, this is the Lefroy, and this has been kindly sent to me by PCDD. He wanted to send me a little thank you because he managed to reach one of his milestones. He got 1,000 subscribers, and he sent me this as a little thank you for kind of helping out along the way. So I think it's quite fitting that we have a little drink. And oh, people are coming in. Grandpa's Bench is here. And Grandpa's Bench, you'll notice, he's got a special icon now. For people that have been a member for 1 year, they've actually got a golden badge that I've done. So thank you very much, Grandpa's Bench, for the very long support. Appreciate it. We're not going to get drunk now. This is just a very quick stream. Nothing planned really. I was actually just going to work on a few bits at the bench anyway, so I thought I might as well turn on the camera. I thought I'd say a little thank you as well because I managed to hit the milestone 10,000. So looks like fix a few. Yeah, this will fix a few things. Yeah, even if we're not successful. So first of all, while a few people might be joining, I'm just going to take a look at these because these are from the garden and they're no longer working. Just little solar things. So I don't know if the batteries have become a bit discharged on these things. That is just a box. I think the main circuit looks to be in here, but straight away that's not looking too healthy. That is actually turned on. Yeah, it's not looking healthy at all. I'm assuming it should have a kind of sensor in there. Is it on? No, it's definitely not on. You got your meter back working then. Which meter? Oh no, we can come back to this actually if you want to. Let me show you something. This is still on the cards. This is another one that I want to look at. I'll probably wait for a few more people to come in and we can probably do that, but I do have a second one as well now. Let me just get my autofocus on the camera because it's going to be flickering all over if I don't lock it. My keyboard. What have I done with that? It's up here. I'm just going to lock that autofocus. But how is everybody anyway? They usually use the YX8018. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure about how the circuit works in these at all, so we'll figure it out together. Right, let me just... Right, we should be locked in with the focus now. Yeah, I think we got it. The solar cell sensor for on and off. Yeah, I think there should be like a light sensor. Hey, Sloth, new streamer. Yeah. And Sloth, you can't see the microphone, look, up there. Hopefully we're coming through loud and clear. Let me get a screwdriver. We get into this. Probably the batteries have just fallen below their charge. Here we go. The Lefroy will make a nice little tin there. Look, hold the screws. Nice. I'm just going to put on as well so I can see how many we've got on our chat. Let's have a little look. Oh, crikey, 22 people. How is everybody? There must be a few lurkers. Casey! Hey, how are you? Move the camera up a bit now, so your head isn't cut off. I can't do that. Then you'll see the thing. Oh, this isn't looking too nice. It's not looking too pretty at all. Let me get the microscope on this. Serge, how are you, man? Let's get the old microscope going. Just got to activate it. Right. Sorry, I'm not quite set up yet. Yeah, look at this. That could be one reason why this one isn't working. That leg doesn't look healthy. Not at all. Oh, there's a component in there. I think this is going to be too far gone. Hey, Aliu. Sorry, man. I missed your stream. I did watch back your power supplies. Hey, Sloth has become a member. 3 months. Thank you, man. By the way, people that have been a member for 1 year have now got a little golden logo. I've seen a few by the side, so thank you, guys. Yeah, this circuit board's not looking healthy. Might not be able to do anything with that. Let me just have a quick measure of that battery. Just want to see if there is any juice in that at all. Let's go. Voltage DC. Hey, 1 year. There you go. Little bro, that is. He's got the golden badge. 12 months. That's awesome. So we only got 1.2 volts in this battery. Actually, that's what it's supposed to be. It is a 1.2 volts battery, so that looks okay. We're good. Electric elastic. You got the Rigel meter? Yeah, this is the Rigel. If you want to see it or ask any questions about it, I'll show you anything you want to know. You've got to catch them all. Yeah, so the battery's got charge in it. But yeah, it's not looking too healthy. I'll try and get it out of here. Let me zoom in a bit. You'll be able to see. Here we go. My Nerd Cave, how you doing, man? I've not seen your latest video yet. I've seen you uploaded one about the Fire Red. It's on my to watch list. Guten Abend. How you doing? Karsten. The LED okay? Yeah, we'll have a little look at that because I don't think anything's okay in this. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh. Let me put this under the microscope. I'm going to get the board out because this is going to leak rust everywhere as well. Hey, Dan's Repaired then. How you doing, man? I've been watching your little videos you've done with your new workshop. Looks epic. You got some good ideas, bit of inspiration. Look at that, look. What's on the mat? Well, this is just a little solar light, like a for the garden. But we might not be able to save this one, look. Looks a bit far gone, that does. I mean, we can try just to take it out, see what it looks like. We'll, yeah, just let's get it out. And we'll have a little look. No spiders. No, we've got no spiders in there. Might have to wick them away individually. I really don't want to spend too much time on this though, because as you can see, there's probably not much hope for that. I don't have replacements of these. I mean, is that actually the legs? Let's get a knife. Is that just rust in between it? Maybe the legs are actually okay. Weird. It's a MOSFET. I'm not sure. We got a reading on it. I'll get some alcohol on it and we'll have a little look at the number. Right, here we go. I'll focus it in a minute. Let me just clean it quickly. Let's see if there's any writing on it. Don't know if we can see it. I think it says LX808. So it's an L232. It's an L2332. Clean it with some whiskey. No, the whiskey's too precious. Hope that's the YX. Well, this is a ZX. Yeah, whatever Gear said, I think he was right to start with. Let's focus that. Hey, Sloth, thank you, man. Who's got that? He's got, it's gone to Sing Rohit. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Ace is here. How you doing? 3D Medic, Vince. Right, I'll get the big soldering iron on it because we might be able to almost get all of them at the same time. It's just like a really tricky little thing to work on because I can't really hold it at the same time. Put a bit of fresh solder on these. I think it's just this 4 legs here. If I flood these up with solder, we might be able to get it to come out. Right, let's give it a go. Clean with the whiskey. No. The whiskey's too precious. I reckon it's going to come out. Just need a third hand to grab it. There we go. We've done it. Yeah, it doesn't look too clever, that. I'll try and clean it with, let's get a toothbrush on it. And a bit of alcohol. And we'll hold it with some pliers, I think. Remember you had 10.3. No, I don't have any memberships to give. I can't give them on my account because I think you need a different account from the type that I've got to give memberships. I would have to convert my YouTube account to be able to do it. But I was worried about something messing up if I do it. Thanks for all you do to repair community. No, you're part of it. You're streaming more than me as well, Sloth, so thank you to you as well. When there's not enough charge, it stops and then turns the LED on. When there's not enough to charge, it stops. Yeah, we could probably have a look at a date sheet if I needed to, but I don't have a replacement one of these anyway, so if it's not going to work, then we'll just leave it. But I have got 2 of those little things. But I don't want to spend too much time working on this thing. It's just to get us started a little bit. I think that'll do for it. It's in the toothbrush. Get it out. Yeah. So it's never going to look great. Let's have a look at the PCB itself. We'll just clean that up and have a look if the traces are gone. I think that's just stained on there. There's no traces on that side. Let's check the other side. Ooh. Yeah, it looks a bit rough, that does. So I think it's all right. I think that's just a bit of the silt screen that's worn away on there. Probably is connected as well. I'll just solder that back in and see how we get on. That leg on there, it doesn't look like it's actually a pad looking at it under the microscope. So it must be like a, yeah, it must be like an alignment, because that's the switch. Maybe it's just a pin that isn't actually connected on the switch. The switch is just between those two positions. But there is light in the, yeah, it might have shorted, yeah, because those legs definitely look like they were touching together. I think you're right. Oh, it tells you what it's supposed to be. BK. That might be 1810. I think that's what it was. Have I still got it or have I lost it? I think I've lost the thing. Let's get it soldered. Yeah, I've got it. Let's get it soldered back in. I'll have to clear out a couple of those holes there, I think, so it can go back in. It went on the underside. Let's see if I've got a way to hold it a little bit. Could do with desoldering all of that, but can't really be bothered. I'll see if there's a board holder I can stick it in, maybe. It might go in the mechanic board holder like that. Possibly. Yeah, I think that'll hold it for a minute. Are you settled in? Not really. Not yet. Still work in progress. It's going to take me a while. Driver, how are you doing, mate? Thanks for joining in. We're just having a chilled one here. I was just literally at the bench just doing a few little odd jobs. So I thought, might as well turn on the camera at the same time. Yeah, let's just wick those two away. See if we can do it without flux. It does have a bit of like a flux inside this wick. I think that one's good. These are probably all right. I'll give that one at the bottom just a little bit more, just in case. Yeah, that's all right. Board holder looks more pro than my, yeah. I don't think a bit of blue tack would hold it like that, because we're on a right angle here. I'm going to release it out the board holder anyway. I do actually have one more board holder, because I gave quite a lot of them away on the last stream, because I bought a lot. But if you want one, I can send you one. Edinburgh. Happy to send one up to you. Don't knock the blue tack. Well, actually, I've got the blue tack. Look here. That was from Grandpa's bench. He sent me the blue tack last time. I've still got it here. Hey TK, how are you doing? Yeah, I was enjoying your stream the other day doing that upgrade, but you got the power cut. Just trying to line these legs back up. It's easier just for me to see it here than put it under the microscope. Can see what I'm doing. Turan, what wick is that? Solder? No, the wick. Let me show you what it is. This is mechanic wick. Let me take the autofocus off. This one. Mechanic desoldering wire, and it's the 2mm one, but it's very nice. This one, it is infused with the like a rosin in there, and I did have the other mechanic wick as well, and that's also, I think, basically the same, but this one comes in a dispenser. But I've heard from other people say that the mechanic one is no longer the same quality that it used to be. So I don't know if you buy this now, if it's still going to be the same or not. Apparently they've, changed something on it. So I might be lucky that I've still got this one. But I don't know if the one in the holder, maybe this one is still the same quality. But I think the other mechanic one that you get in the little tubs that come out. Is my camera's lagging, by the way, because it looks like it's lagging on my face cam here. Might just be for me, though. I got a holder for large boards, but small boards, it's all good. Thanks for the offer. Oh, okay. If you've got something, that's fine. Right, let me stick that in there. See if we get this thing working. You have to bear with me. Maximum concentration here. I'll try and hold it up so you can see. This is terrible. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually going to work or not. I think those legs are shorting together as well. They've been proper bent, so it's hard to get them back in the right place. That leg feels like it's Andy. 42 minutes. Hey, how you doing, Andy? You're checking the uptime. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, it's too far gone, guys. That leg's just snapped off on there. It was like corroded right at the end. I think we'll leave that. Or I do have the second one. I can just have a little peer in this one, see if it's any better condition than the other one. Might be able to get one working out of them too. It's only just got a notification. Yeah, I didn't really plan this or schedule it. I just went live because I was sat at the desk. Got a few things to work on. So I thought I might as well turn on the camera. Cam looks good. Oh, thanks for the advice. Oh, this one looks just as bad. And the battery contact looks completely gone. I think these are too far gone. I think I'm just going to scrap these, get some new ones. Prefer to work on something else, to be honest. the missus asked me if I'd have a look at them. Yeah, they're too far gone. Right, let me just have a little tidy up, a little sup. Got to run James. North cooling tower is down. Oh, you're working. Get back to the stream. Yeah, you'll catch up with it next time. Like to see you live as well one time. That'd be great. Good luck at work. It's warm in here. Andy also helps if you remember. Right. So, this one I wanted to fix up as well. You might recognise what this is. This little guy is the HDMI tester, the CMI, the Chipmunk. And I had an unfortunate accident with this one. It was in the laptop and I forgot it was in there when I picked up the laptop, ripped it off, and it was hanging off, so I just quickly desoldered it. But it only took off this pad here, which is just like a ground, like an anchor pad on the side. These other traces, both sides, seem to be intact, but the port here itself was like pretty bent up and a bit gnarly, and then the plastic separated, like the inner body of the HDMI port. So I thought it would be best to just get some fresh ones. So I've got a new one in here. So yeah, idea was I'm just going to solder that one on there now, and then that'll at least get my HDMI tester working again. So we'll just quickly do that. Just have a look under the microscope, just see how it's looking. Yeah, I think I did tin the pads up already, and this is the new port. So I'm not sure which way it goes round. Obviously not that way because it's got too many pins. So it must be this way. Yeah, that lines up perfectly. So this HDMI port's a bit weird actually, because I say it kind of like goes on like that. So I don't know if you would pre-tin it, because you'd have to like tin the inside part of it. So I'm hoping that the solder will take on there. Yeah, and then that will go on there. I think I'm just going to put the board in under the hot air and then just slide it on. That's the idea. Hopefully each of those pins will make contact. So we'll get it into the board holder. And I'll try and focus it. Right. It's going to look like that. And which side did we say it was? We need to flip it this way. No. This way. Like that. Yeah, okay. I will try and probably balance it off the edge of the desk then. I think that's going to be the best shout here. Let me try and reposition the microscope off the edge of the desk. Maybe something like that. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing as well. Let's have a look. Right, we got it. Let me get some decent tweezers. I will do solder drag. Oh, hey Tony, how are you, man? The only problem is with this is it's like on the inside. And we've got legs both sides. We could do the solder drag, but I could just remove the solder from these pads and then put it on. Should we do that? Hey TK, did someone gift you a membership? No, he's become a member. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Okay, let's try Tony's way. Yeah, appreciate you, TK. Hey, Mike, how are you? I saw Mike last night. Right, let's get the solder wick on here. I really need some scissors because I've got... Here we go. So I guess people are watching football tonight. I don't really follow it, to be honest with you, so thought we'll have a little go at the workbench here. Right. Let's just try the Assemble Tech way. In fact, if Tony's here, we might have a look at something else, because I've got something that Tony might be able to help me with as well. Solder first the anchor points. Yeah. I've got to clean these pads, otherwise I won't be able to actually slide it on. You can see, because these are quite raised. But we'll get rid of it at the anchor points and then we can solder them first, no problem. Here we go, we'll get the anchor point. So it did take a little bit of damage, this board. My own fault. Right, let's clean that up a little bit. Give it a fighting chance. Bit of something on that pad, isn't there? Not sure what that is. Proper stuck on. I think that's got it. Right, okay. HDMI port. Is this the new one? No, that's the old one. There's my new one. Here it is. For the pad missing, use a piece of solder wick. Yeah, the pad missing is it doesn't actually have any function. It's just literally a anchor point only. You'll be able to see here, because of the type of port it is, it's just adding strength to it. These 4 on the corner. AAC 14 is my go. Yeah, you've probably seen that in my recent video. These are the new ones. So these ones are the AAC 15. So we'll see how we get on with them today. I've not been using these in anger. This is the first time. But I think that's going to be overpowered, that is, having these freezers with the bend on them as well. Need to give support to the port. Yeah, exactly. Because it's going to be, well, you've seen, I've already managed to damage it. So we will need a bit of flux on this, I think, to solder it. So let me get some of China's finest on it. Nice bit of fake Amtech. We'll clean it off after any excess. I want to make sure it flows properly because these legs are not tinned. And this is a test device, so I do want it to be making good contact. There's my fresh bit of solder. Ooh, nice. Right, here we go. Right, I'll do this one leg. I'm not going to do any others to start with. I'll tell you why. I just want to make sure that I've got it perfectly straight on the board. If I solder any other legs, it will prevent me from doing that. So with just one leg, I can nicely position it, line it up. And I'm also getting like the height of it up and down. So let's just make sure that that's sitting completely straight. I think that's all right. Interestingly, these look like gold colour. Yeah. Look at that, look, we've got an upgrade. We're going from silver to gold. Not that it will make any difference, but I think that's going to sit straight, so I'm happy to solder the other ports. In fact, that anchor point, might just bend that in a little bit, that one. Tiny little tweak. It's aligned, yeah. First, just solder the anchor point. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Just doing the anchor point just to get it dialed in, get it aligned. Ah, that's sitting nice on the PCB. Gold plated, yeah. This is how we roll. Even if it didn't work, even if I didn't break it, it'd be worth giving us a gold upgrade. Right, let's do the anchor points then. 100% faster response, yep. We'll have to come in from an angle because I've not got enough surface area on the iron from that way. We do it this way, we will. Beautiful. I'm quite happy with that contact. Just inspecting that looks great. So we'll go full send now. I'll switch over to the smaller iron. It'll just be easier to get in on each of these individual pins. I think we've dried up a little bit on the flux. We need more of China's finest here. Wow, that's plenty. That flux is struggling. It's kind of like binding up, so it doesn't want to flow, and then it all comes out. Anyway, it should be fine for this little job. We'll just drag it along a little bit. Probably not the best tip for this. Right, that might be all right. Supersonic Corn Dog, how are you, man? By the way, one thing I did want to do actually, I'm going to make some moderators for my stream, and the moderators are all going to be other creators. So let me just have a little look how to do it. Here we go. So Corn Dog, you should now be a moderator. Here we go. Oh, let me add everybody in. LD Tech Pro, here you go, mate. See you in there. Tony's in here. Hey, Fortifix is here as well. I'm just adding a few moderators. Yeah, basically everybody is a creator. Mad Power, yeah. And Symbol Tech, I think they're in there. Where did I do PCDD? I'm just doing it as a way for people who are other YouTubers to stand out. So if you see anybody with a blue shield in the chat, they're other creators, so you should click on them and go and check out their channels. Oh, Andy's popping up. Here we go. Aliu Corndag Tour and Driver. Hey folks. Right, so help me out. If there's any other creators that jump into the chat who haven't got a blue shield, let me know. Andy's not a creator. Don't subscribe to Andy. He doesn't want subscribers. He wants to hide his identity. Oh, Aliu's here. Here we go. Another great streamer who's just started, by the way. Definitely go and check out all these people because they've got great channels. LD Tech Pro as well. He does some great streams on the laptops. 50 watching, 25 likes. Yeah, hit the like button. I don't think it actually does anything. Right, here we go. Let's tin up these ones. Right. With the missing pad, I have another idea. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do something with the missing pad. We'll come back to that in a second. I'll just get these ones soldered on. And then I think we need to give it a good clean as well. It's not bonding to the actual... I'm not sure if it's bonding to the pad there. Something's not quite right. Let's just inspect. I don't know if it's sitting too high up. It might be okay. Might be okay. It's an unusual type of HDMI port, this. Oh, I've got the bigger iron actually. Picked up the wrong one, but this should do the trick as well. It's too big. Can't do what I'm doing there. Getting all tangled up. Oh, just inspired here. Just in time as well. Here we go. Another great channel as well to watch, folks. Howdy JFix. Shane, how you doing, man? We're just working on some random stuff here. Right, we'll probably have to wick a little bit. We went crazy with the big tip. Yeah, I think that's nearly there. You can hardly spot it. I think there's a bridge there. You reckon? I think we got it. Yeah, I think I prefer it like that. Then I just know it's bonded to the pad. Because these seem to be moving. So we're just going to put like a little bit of pressure down on them. Try it like that. I think that one needs a little bit of extra solder. Yeah, I can see it sticking now. We'll have to do a solid test on this probably. Yeah, I think that might have got it. Let's do a little solid check. No, we haven't got commands on here. Right. Andy makes up for the commands. Solid. 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 I just really want to make sure because this is a tester as well. Right, let's clean that. We'll use the old nano sponges and we'll try my new tweezers. See how they work. Oh, lovely. Nice and shiny in there. I'm waiting for Symbol Tech's idea now for that last ground pad. JFix, greetings from South Africa. How you doing, Mimoon Hassan? How are you? Thanks for watching. Wow, South Africa. How's things there? You have no power here. Remove some of the solder mask. Okay. You want me to get back to a bit of copper and then solder it there. Bridge it over. Epoxy. I have a yardstick. One I need to do some repairs on. Shane, repairs on antenna. A yardstick. Not looking forward to it. Oh, okay. So you into your telecoms as well? What type of cable is it? Is that Toltec? No, I don't think he's here. Everyone's saying hello to Toltec, but I can't see him. And I'm on live chat. I'm not on top chat. Oh, here we go, yeah. Very funny. Everybody's here. Where's my mint Vince? Oh, QS Tech. How are you? We've got another YouTuber in here. We've got the YouTube family in here. Feels great. So, guys, anybody who also is a creator gets added as a blue shield on there. So go and check out their channels. Mr. Beast, chill and relax. Mr. Beast is on everybody's at the moment. I think Mick's definitely suffering though. That's 2 times I've seen it happen to his Discord. I'm doing okay, you and Sorin. Let me start my own repair work. South Africa. As usual, many problems I tried to best my avoid. Oh, so are you doing any laptop repairs? Yeah, it's good to hear that you started. That's brilliant. If you ever need any help with any of them, hey, Just Inspired has become a member. Thank you very much. Create your own channel. Oh, you've got your own channel as well. I haven't seen your channel. Wait a minute. Let me just click on your channel. Go to channel. Oh, okay. Is it a different one because it's not on your channel name you're chatting on there? Because I might recognise it. Win free festivals, yeah. But so many people have been getting the Mr. Beast hack on their Discord. Right, we're going back to that one anchor point on there just to sort that one out. But yeah, if you you'll have to get in touch with me on my Discord. I'm interested to see your channel. I'm not so safe. Oh, AA Fix Tech Zone. Yeah, I don't think I'm subscribed. If you can like send me a link to your channel on Discord, then I'll definitely subscribe. I'll watch your videos. Russie Russ, 11 months. Thank you, man. Yeah, you're nearly at 12 months. When you get to 12 months, you're going to get a golden logo. Like some other people, like Gear. And there's a few people that have got it now. My brother's got it. And also Grandpa's bench has got it. Right, we need the grinding pen. Oh, here we go. There you go, Claw. 12 months. Thank you, man. And he's got the golden logo. Really appreciate you. Oh, and by the way, Claw is another creator as well, so we'll have to add him. Here we go. And Chris, 12 months. Wow, everybody's becoming 12 months now. That's crazy that it's been that long since I've been streaming. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. So, what do you reckon? Hey, Weedy, how you doing, man? You reckon we just grind a little bit off this side and then join them over, or over this side? Maybe here will be better. Wow, lots of gold. Yes. You'll be having the gold one next month. For some reason, I can't add my server or yours, Sovereign, on at Discord. My account was hacked 2 years, and I can't add my Discord channel. Oh well, if you got your account hacked, I might have had to block you. So you need to tell me what your Discord username is, and then I can unblock you. If I had to block you from the server because your account got hacked and was spamming. I'll tell you what to do. Send me an email, because you'll definitely be able to email me, and that's in my bio, or on my YouTube channel. So you'll be able to email me on there with your channel and your Discord. I'll make sure you get added onto there. We'll sort that out. Great. Grind the sides and use a piece of wick. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So we'll do the sides. I mean, there's nothing here to solder onto, so I could go up there and then use a bit of wick down, or we could go across. So if you wanted to use the wick method, we can grind out this piece here and then use a wick. I mean, I don't know what stability that would give that anchor. I think it might be more stable if we grind this bit and then just like solder there. I think that's probably the best one. Let me join your stream with my original channel. Be back in a bit. Yeah, do that. Then I'll be able to grab your details. I will bend the pin. So do you want to bend the pin this way? Could do it that way. Oh, Electrorep's here as well. Julian, how you doing, man? There we go. Well, we've got a sea of other creators in the chat. So definitely go check out all of those creators' channels. Grind the side. Yeah, I'll grind the side first, and then we can bend the pin a little bit to get it bridging. Sounds like a good plan. Here we go. I won't grind it all the way across. Yeah, we'll just grind it like this far. I think that's fine. Is that the D1? Yeah, I'll show you that. If you want to have a little look at that. This is the Maant D1. Nice little grinder, that one is. There might be better options out there, but this is kind of like the go-to one that a lot of people use. The only issue is with this one is it's not keyless. You've got to use a key in there to do your bits. But you don't really change the bit out very often, and the bit stores in the handle. So yeah, here we go. That was actually a little tip from Just Inspired, because I didn't know that it's stored in the handle. I'll tell you what I did with the tip is because these tips, when you get them, it was a lot longer. It came out to there, and then it sits really high out of the tool right up there. So by chopping this down and then putting it in, it makes it, you know, look, it almost goes right down to the bottom of the tool now, which means that as that spins there, there's not as much wobble in it. I found that that is much more stable having it down like that. I did pull it out a slight bit more just in case you need to get into a tight area, but yeah, instead of having it big, I don't know why the tips that I had were extremely long. Do the corners of the 822 need a touch up? The corners of the 822, is that the are you talking about the ESD or whatever it is, the filter that they go through? Let's have a little look at that. There might be, because I didn't look at it. Are you talking about this one here? We can just give the corners a little touch up. Oh yeah, it clatters. Yeah, you probably got the same thing that I had. I found just by shortening it, sorts out all the issues. Yeah, definitely try that little technique. I think we're all right, to be honest. We're not too bad on that one. I was looking at that. Mine, you have to remove the battery to charge it. You have to remove the battery to charge it. Really? Oh, the one that you have. If you mean this one, to charge it, you'd have to remove the tool or just twist the tool around like that. In fact, what I would be interested to see if it works on high powered. Yeah, it does actually work on a PD USB-C. And in fact, I can show you something as well, because let me just get something up on my screen and we'll show you something quite interesting while we're doing something USB. If I can find it. Got so many I need a second monitor because it's crazy when I'm streaming. Too many windows open. You have to bear with me because I'm just on my computer trying to find it. Ah, yeah, here it is. Just an awesome bit of software. Just launching it now, and I'll add it into here so you can see it. Oh, there it is. I think I opened it multiple times. Right, let me add it to OBS. This is for my Finirsi, by the way, the FNB 58 window capture. Right. We should be coming on screen now. Let me get my chat back up because I lost all of them. Good night, Tony. Is Tony off, is he? Ah, yeah. See you later, Tony. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. Cheers. Right. Let me know if you can see that on the screen there. Oh, never-ending student. Here we go. We've got another fantastic creator in the chat. Here we go. Added as a moderator there. I started with one normal size, then went to 143-inch TV, then added a small monitor, and it progressed from there. I'm currently on a 4-monitor setup and still think you could make more. Yeah, I've just got a single monitor, and it's fine for me until I'm streaming. Then I kind of want a dedicated monitor for streaming, and then one for like messing around with all the tools and things, because it's a bit janky on the stream when I'm trying to switch between all my windows. Definitely need a new one. So everybody else can see it except for Andy. So that means that it's there. Okay, let's have a look. I'll put it in the center here. This is the Finirsi software. Andy already knows what it is anyway. For the FNB 58. In case you're not aware what that is, let me just move my camera and I'll show you exactly what it is. I'll have to hide the window. You'll be able to see, look, I've got the thing mounted on here, my little USB meter, which works nicely. And I'll show you how this software works. And it's nice compared to the original one. Let me put it back on the screen for you. And if I click connect on there, I'll unplug it for now just to show you how it works. You'll be able to see, look, a spike in there. This is the nice thing about this software, because you get to see in the graph. By the way, this software is by MXP. So as you'll be able to see there, look, you'll be able to see the charging current. We're at 5 volts and we're charging at 0.5 amp, this little grinding pen over here. And you'll be able to see that bar jump up or jump down as things happen, depending on what mode that was set to. I've got it on auto at the moment, but I probably have it on the zoom mode on there. Then, you know, you can zoom in, zoom out, and you'll be able to see, look, and let me unplug it. And look, you'll see it drop, plug it back in. So it's good for like laptops and stuff when you're wanting to monitor what's going on. And if we plug it into, for example, my phone, Falcon, how you doing? I have a spare monitor, but no stand if you want it. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to sort something out, but I've also got no space to put one. Is another problem. I need to try and make some space, but thank you. We need a video of the new power supply. Yeah, that's coming. So as you can see now, we're at 9 volts on there, and look at the charging current, how it steps up. We're now at like 3 amps charging my phone there. Yeah, so a lot of people as well have actually used the because this little Finirsi device is good, they've modified their power supplies and used it. So this software is fantastic. As you can see, any little blips or drops in current, even if you're not, you'll be able to see it. Look, it's captured there on the graph as I've unplugged it and plugged it back in. So you can see like events over time and zoom in and zoom out. I've only just installed that today, but that's from MXP. I don't know if he's in the chat, but I know he's working on there, and he has put this software on a GitHub now. And he's also working on the software for the Ridden, which is going to be featured in that video when I release it. Yeti's here. How are you doing, man? We've got another creator in the chat. So in case you just joined, guys, any of the guys you see who are moderators with the blue shield, they're all creators. So go and check out their amazing channels. Thanks again. Oh, it's Marcus. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting it delivered tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I did check Marcus for you, and it said that it was in the customs, and then it looked like it released customs on the tracker, and then it was back at customs again. So I don't know. All international shipping is a nightmare, but I'm sure you will get it quite soon because it's been a while now, and it's definitely looks like it's in your country. So fingers crossed it will arrive, and hopefully they'll have looked after it. It's quite well packaged in the original box anyway, so yeah, it should all be good, and you'll be able to get gaming again. 8-bit isn't blue. Where is he? Oh, there he is. So we need to get Chris. There we go. 8-bit should be blue as well now. And Rusty Russ isn't. What's going on? You have to call it out, guys. We've got so many fantastic creators. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Oh, we've got AA Fix Zone, so that must be your channel then. I need to get some sleep. Yeah, let me click on your channel and make sure I'm subscribed to it. Go to channel. AA Fix Tech Zone. Oh, I am already subscribed. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll check it out after my stream. I'm assuming that's your channel that you came back. Oh, Arnold's here. You have to put a YouTube channel on the box for customs to trust you. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's cleared customs. I think everything's okay. No, I like green. Oh, Andy don't get a choice. He's going to be upset. You said the person who made the on-screen software was seen was MXP, or did I? Yeah. So this software here is made by MXP, Max Power. Let me see if I can get you a link for. It'll take me a while, so he might actually come up in the chat if he's watching. If he's not, but I mean, I don't know what the situation in the software, but I think he's put it on GitHub now, and it is a software that you have to get activation for, but he isn't charging. But I don't know if he's distributing it to everybody or not, but he's definitely let a few creators have it, so we'll have a look, and yeah, you'll be able to contact him. He's on my Discord server anyway, so you can just go and tag him on there. Yes, you can call me Shayon. Oh, okay, if you want to use my nickname. Thanks. I'll definitely check out your channel after as well. A link would be awesome. I haven't found it. I haven't found it through Google just yet. Okay, let me just have a quick look. See if I can see it. If I'm logged in on Discord. Here we go. I have to go back in my messages. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'll have to find it because I think he just sent me the file directly. But I'll find out more information. I'm going to make a video about the software anyway, so don't worry. But I'll add the link into the description of this live as well if I find it. Can I DM you? I can DM you it quick. I just sent it to Russ. Oh, okay. If you've got the, yeah, wasn't distributing the actual file. Just the GitHub. There we go. We've got it. Is that Jazz? I've just been sent it. Oh, there's another one for you to check out. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, this is actually one created by Jazamed, actually. Let me share this one on the screen. Let me hide this one. Let me add Another window capture. Right, can you see that one? This is what Jazamed's just sent me as well. It looks like he's got one on GitHub as well. And he's got another monitor, which looks something quite nice as well. It looks very similar with the graph going across on here. I'll have to download yours and also try it. All these channels to subscribe to. Yeah, I know, Swarm Tech. There's so many great creators. I can't even keep up with them all. Don't you have to be a patron member to be able to download it? No, you're thinking about something else there. That was the software for the O1. This is something completely different. This is I'm talking about the USB meter, and somebody in my Discord channel who's made that MXP, and he's also made the software for the Ridden power meter. Yeah, find him in Bad Caps. You'll find him. He's just called MXP on Bad Caps. So yeah, we'll also have to check out Jazamed's one. I'll download that one off stream, and we'll get that one going as well. Try it out. We can compare them. Which one? Let me find the. Yeah. Anyway, that was just a quick show of that. It was only charging the grinder. Let's get back to what I was doing. We was just going to solder that pad onto there. Let's try that now. Yeah, I lost track of what I was doing now. Yeah, he's definitely on Bad Caps as well as Discord, if you can to find him on there. Right, so we're looking good, and we was going to bend it a little bit. They're getting pretty good with their meters and test equipment nowadays. Yeah, there's plenty of good options to choose from. Right, let's see if I can. How about that? That should work. Let's bend it just enough to make contact with the pad, and we'll add a bit more flux. See if we can get that to take onto the pad. Let's get some solder ready. I think the link he sent me a while ago to the USB and the power supply. Yeah, he sent me the like the actual file itself. But I know the Ridden one is still work in progress for that power supply. I think that's making quite a good contact. The best we're going to get that there. So I guess you have to be a Bad Cats member. I think you're just talking about getting his contact details. He might. Oh yeah, he did release it on Bad Caps as well. But I say he's on my Discord server, so you can contact him on there. That software is specifically for the Finirsi FNB 58. So I can't remember if I did a solid check on both sides. I think I only did it on one. So I just want to double check. I don't remember if it was this side or the other side. But that side is checking out a-okay. And this side. I think this side should be okay. Yeah. I think we can call that good. Call that a job done. Looks solid, yeah. Oh, I think Never Ending Student might have found it, by the way. Let me just hold that up to you. So it's just that is the one damage that we're left with, where that leg is bent slightly over. But all in all, that's good. I'm glad I've got this working because it's such a nice tester, this one, to have. That was my own fault for damaging that. Literally, I had it like in a laptop like that, and I forgot. I just flipped a laptop over, and it just, you know, bent it on there. That was a while ago, when I was trying to make the little HDMI video. I like it, but then I always like more data. Found the forum. Not sure if I can post the links. Yeah, you should be able to post links because you're a mod. Should let you do it now. Lead Farmer's a paying member then. Bad caps. Our PCDD's got it as well. There we go. Should have it now, guys. So I'll bin that other port, and we've had a nice little upgrade there from silver to gold. I like that. He has videos of several software. Oh yeah, you can check him out on YouTube as well. He shows the software running. Now I was going to do the. I can either do the mainboard medic meter because I've got a new one and still the old one to repair, and we do have a few upgrades on there on the new version, so we can take a look at that one again, because that's actually what I did on last stream, and I didn't manage to finish it since doing that. But at the same time, I have started working on another project, and I've got the multimeter in bits that I'm trying to fix, so we could have a look at that as well, which could be something interesting. I'll show you that. Here is the multimeter. As you'll be able to see, I've already been working on it, and it's already in bits. So it's up to you. We can have a look at either one. I don't mind. PCDD wants the multimeter. Are you streaming until footy? I don't even watch footy. I'm streaming until everybody goes and watches the footy. That's probably what it is. Yeah, so PCDD seen this multimeter. He was sitting at my desk the other day. All right, we'll have a look at this. PLD isn't going to make the PSU meter. Oh, I will need to get the MBM one soon. Oh, I thought he was going to make them. Multimeter, please. Right, okay, let me just make a bit of space because this is quite a big thing. The multimeter is an interesting one. I'll tell you why. Let me get rid of this. Right, don't need any of this stuff. I'll just keep a few little bits out to the side. And probably have to top up the whiskey soon. Shut up, Slot SDO Monday. No, not tomorrow. Actually Tuesday, I think. Or it might be Friday. Might be long weekend next weekend. How are you doing, Tony? Did those codes work for you? The second set. Back on the subject. Oh, here's Mr. Multimeter, never-ending student. I'll never be able to have as many multimeters as he's got. For the after the stream, you should have a look at the video by Kai. I'm monitoring the situation. More monitors, better. Taken to the extreme. How many has he got? What are you drinking? Sloth. This was actually a gift from PCDD Repairs. When he reached his milestone of getting 1,000 subscribers, he very generously wanted to say thank you for my support. So he bought me the Lafroig. So we're just having a little sip on there. We'll top up the glass a little bit. It's going to clip it. Clip away to your heart's content. J-Fix told you to shut up, did I? Wow, nice. Yeah, thank you. And cheers to PCDD, congratulations. And also congratulations to myself. 10,000 was a big milestone as well. I appreciate all of you. Incredible. How do I clip stuff? Right. Let me talk you through the multimeter situation. In fact, let me get the microscope out of the way. So, current situation is, let me plug the multimeter in at the back. AC powered, of course. So we got 240 volts going in. We have a big clunky power switch on the front here. So if I click that on, notice what happens in there. Or there. We've got a green light. So we have got power going into the board. However, we have nothing on the front. No beeps, no buttons, no screen, absolutely nothing working. That's the current situation. Congrats, man. Yeah. Talking to some scammer. Hi from Canada. Nabor. Hey, hi. Thanks for watching from Canada. You were being Zach's neck of the woods. Good, thanks. No worries. Oh, okay. Oh, Quidco. Even better. That's good. Hey, NanoFix is here as well. Here we go. We've got another creator in the chat. So please, guys, go and check out any of the people that have got blue against their names. They are all creators, and they'd all appreciate your support. This is the current situation, or the no current, definitely the no current situation. So one thing to tell you about this multimeter is that I did break it myself. I tried to do a little modification on here because I tried to patch into the screen to take a video out because this didn't have any good PC interface, and I wanted to link this multimeter to the PC. So I was going to add a HDMI port and do some kind of weird mod to the screen. However, I managed to short out the screen and blow the black backlight up on there. However, I did get a new screen and it still didn't work, and the backlight voltage, something happened on the regulator on there. So we do have a modification because I sent this over to Symboltech, because at that time I'd already bought my Arrigol multimeter, so I didn't bother working on this anymore. But Symboltech wanted a little project to do, so I sent it over to him, and he indeed fitted me this little guy on here, which I think he tapped into a 5 volt on here, and this was to give us the backlight voltage, and the backlight voltage I think is something like 25 volts. So this little regulator board is soldered on here. It's one of those where it's an adjustable boost converter with a little trim pot on there. So we got there. Yeah, so that's the input side. And what you'll see is one solder wire is disconnected at the moment. So let me just tell you a little bit more. He's about to have dinner. Okay. It's easier to destroy than create. Sadly applies to electronics as well. Looks like you need a boost regulator. Yeah, I've already got the boost regulator. That's what we're saying down here. This is the boost regulator there. So let me just go through the voltages, because we do have standby power. Basically, I disconnected the input to that boost regulator just to make sure it wasn't working, because all that is for is the backlight. So if there was an issue with that, it would just be the screen that wouldn't work. And usually these buttons light up and you can press them to switch between modes, and the buttons light up. And also, as you switch it on, you get a beep as well. So there's something more than just that wrong on this multimeter. Joshua, how you doing? 34 minutes. So let me see. I'll tell you what, I'll put it maybe flat first of all, like this. We'll just go over the main measurements on here because you'll be able to see we've got a transformer over here with these various different windings. So the AC comes in here through the transformer, and then we've got the main inputs on this board. And then it looks like it is like got some voltage regulators to give us some other voltages that travel to the front. And you'll be able to see this front daughter board is on this like block on here. We've got this connector. Everything goes through on that connector there, and then the main circuitry, the DMM part, all the gubbins is in there with the screen. So this is just a power board on there. Maybe unplug it. Yeah, I've already disconnected it. So I'll go through the measurements just to run it through you from the beginning, and then you can give me a bit of advice then on if I've missed anything. So if you look on here, that's the main plug. I know you can't see it, but that's from the transformer, and you've got 2 voltages on there. In fact, we're probably upside down. Let me try and spin the whole thing round, and then all the letters will be the right way round for you. I think that's going to be better. There you go. You got it. That's the right way round. So these are the windings from the transformer. So these are AC coming into there. So if I switch my multimeter into AC voltage, and we take a measurement, let's try and get in on that. Get my probe in. It's a bit difficult to get into there. There we have, if you can see that, let me get my multimeter back on the screen. Yeah, if you see that, that's 20 volts on there. It says 17, and this one is also showing as 20 volts, not 17, but I'm assuming 20 volts on those 2 17 volts are okay. Hey, Board Rev, hey, how are you doing? He's terribly late. Yeah, I've only just getting started on this multimeter repair. There's another fantastic creator in the chat. We will add you as well. So we've got our 2 there, 20 volts on the 17, and I can only assume that's correct. There's some more test points down here. What we got there, these are apparently 2 8-volt test points, which also go to that main transformer. So I'm going to test on them now. The green cable is kind of getting in the way. I'll try and hold it back. So on the 8-volt one here, we have a stable 5 volts. And on this one, we also have a stable 5 volts. So we've got 5 volts AC on the 2 8 volts, and then we've got 20 volts AC on the 2 17. So I can only assume that that is correct. Yeah, I've already thermal cammed it, Andy. I'll show you that in a minute, because I don't think it's actually showing me anything useful, unfortunately. So we got 2 15 volts in here. So now if we go into DC, because these are after the transformer, these are going through some kind of regulator. And so these voltages, we've got a plus and a minus. So this one we've got a NanoFix. Member for 2 months now. Thank you very much. Appreciate that from the NanoFix himself. Plus 15 volts and minus 15 volts. So those two regulated, they're the DC ones. They seem to be fine. And then we have some more test points. Let me find them. Or was that it? Yeah, no, we do have the 5 volts here. We have a 5 volts test point. And I'm trying to think if I actually tested that one or not. Let's just check we got that. Yeah, we got solid 5 volts as well on there. Yeah, thank you for that, Nanofix. That does seem a tad high. Typical safety margins is 10%, though it's supposed to be 17 when the meter is running using... Yeah, but I'm only going by the silk screen as well. Like, this is a Chinese kind of made product as well. So maybe even the silk screen isn't correct and it's supposed to be 20. I have no idea. I'm just assuming it's correct. Oh, we got Ace as well. Here we go. So many creators in the chat. Yeah, Ace is blue as well. We got a sea of blue. Right, here we go. So from this point, basically, if I show you under the microscope, it just goes straight in here. You can see that it's just connectorized over to the front. And Zolabud for 11 months. He's 1 month off a year. So next month, if you're still a member, you'll have the gold badge then. Nobody gets a choice. Right. I'm going to do something. I will take out... I'll show you the thermal camera first. But basically, if I look on the thermal camera, this regulator here is getting hot. And I've had a look at what the specs are on this regulator, and it's basically an in and an out, and I think it was just a steady 5 volt regulator. Let me just take the measurement on the in and the out. If I hold it up and zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to see it. I think basically, regardless if it's getting a little bit toasty or not, it's doing its job fine. So yeah, we've got 5 volts on there, and I believe that is the output on the left hand side. On the input, it was 10 volts. So we've got 10 volts going in, and then we've got 5 volts going out on that. So that's actually fine. I say it does run a little bit toasty, but nothing too alarming. Demod me too. It's JFix. Yeah, everybody's got no choice. Anybody that's got a blue in the chat, you got to go and subscribe to their channel. That's the deal. Right, so I will unplug the power, or turn it off at least. So the power light goes out here. We'll take the panel off. And you'll be able to see, look, we're just dealing with this one now. Maybe disconnect all the wires from the mod board to remove it as a factor. I'll show you that now. So this is kind of difficult to work on because we've got no power going to it. That's audio, and yeah, my computer is overheating as well. Let me have a look at the current status of the stream. Yeah, the stream's struggling a little bit. Let's have a little look at the stats. Ooh. Yeah, we have got parts to build a new PC. So we'll be getting onto that one together. Find the microcontroller. Is it under the shield? Did you short backlight 20 volt into the data line? Just to be clear on this, this has been working since the mod. So the backlight was dead on this, and also the screen was dead. I've put a new screen in there, reinstated the backlight voltage by tapping it on there. This is what the mod that Tony did for us. He tapped into the 5 volt. It gave us 25 volts out, and that powered the backlight on the screen. the multimeter has been working, and then suddenly it just stopped working for no reason. So it's not directly to do with the mod, but it could have made, maybe even putting some load on something that it wasn't supposed to. But I'm pretty sure the mod was taken from the same place that was feeding the regulator that powered this, but it was like an unknown IC in there that we couldn't replace. That's why we fitted the mod. Joint stream part. Weird. Seems in sync. Oh, it's in sync for you. Right. I'll take you under the microscope for a bit of a journey on this. Let me move this out of the way. I'll have to bring the microscope up a bit, give us a little bit of context. So this is the mod, and as you'll be able to see, it's not connected at the moment, the input. Bottom on here is ground, and that was the 5 volts going in, and then this is the output on here. So currently we are not connected. I've disconnected it. I mean, I could disconnect the ground as well, but it's not really going to make any difference, and you're not seeing it because we need to switch to the microscope. There you go. Just go over that again. This is the output side. Both of the bottoms are ground. This is our 5 volt input, and this one is the 23 volt output, which is being set using this resistor here, the variable resistor. I saw your last review. What's that, Joshua? Nano in the house. Yes, he is. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we've isolated that now. But the interesting thing, and the thing that I think is causing the problem, is this is supposed to have 5 volts, and it was always 5 volts going in, but now the input is only at a single volt. That's why I got to the point of desoldering that. Why don't we have 5 volts going in? Why is this only 1 volt? And the interesting thing is, if you measure it, we do actually have high resistance on there. So let's just do a resistance measurement while we've got power disconnected. So as I say, this side is ground at the bottom, and well, we can check this one's going to be to the screen on there, and we've got high resistance, yeah, and then this one is the 5 volt input, and on here we have also a high resistance. So I don't think something on the input or the output is shorted, but we don't have 5 volts. We only have 1 volts going in there. But I might just solder it back because I already did that, and then just remeasure it to prove if that's still the case or not. Okay, it is out of sync, just not by much. Yeah, it will be out of sync. It's just my computer. It's not actually YouTube. It's just my computer struggling to keep up with. My CPU temp is quite high, probably. Right, so we get that soldered back onto that pad. And I'll have to connect it back to the main board using that plug on here. By the way, I have checked the CR2032. We do have over 3 volts on there, and I have reset it. This connector I also ripped off, and I have replaced that in the past as well. So that is a brand new connector that I fitted. Again, that could be a problem area, but that's been working fine since I soldered that as well. Let me just have a look at the position where he's soldered them to. They're down here. Let me get a pointy stick. No black horse. No, I haven't got any. How you doing there, Deputy Dog? I haven't got any black horse. So it looks like the ground has just come off one of these, like, I don't know what that is, placeholder for a TF card. So it looks like maybe a place there they could have an expansion to have a card on here. There is a test point on here for LED plus. So I think that's where I lost my voltage previously, if I remembered. And we are soldered on down here. which I'm assuming is the 5 volt. I'm not exactly sure because that goes to a via. So I'm assuming that's on the output side of this coil. That's weird, it's making a weird noise. Very strange. Yeah, so there was this little regulator that I wasn't able to find any information about. You'll be able to see it on there. And I think that's that regulator that might have blown previously. Can't remember. Good, James, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. It worked originally and falling over might mean the additional load put the stress on the component. It didn't kill it right away. That's what I'm thinking. Could be something like that. Just an idea, your 8 volt is only 5 volt. So if you had a 5 volt regulator on the 8 volt, they don't power on. Let me just get my head around what FarmTech's saying. Your 8 volt is only 5 volt. So if you have 5 volt regulator on the 8 volt, they don't power on at 5 volt. So you're saying basically that the 8 volt is low because it's only 5 volt. It should be 8 volt on there. Yeah, this is a no power on currently, but it's a 2-part board. We've got a main power board, and this is a daughter board on here, and it's this one that's causing the problem. The main power board does power on, but we've got nothing coming through on here. I'm gonna have to plug it back in, and I'm gonna show you the measurements on there. What's Joshua saying? Have you checked for shorts in continuity mode? Plus diode mode. Time consuming, but yeah, that's as far as I've taken it, what I've just shown you there. But I know we've got a problem because, and by the way, SimbleTech has made a video about my multimeter, so you'll be able to find it on the channel. He's shown how he did this mod on here, and he went back and double checked for me, and definitely he had 5 volt on this wire going to there, and now I believe it's only 1 volt. So I'm going to double check that now, because that's a problem if that voltage has changed. So we might be able to trace it back. Hey Babs, how you doing? Yeah, 8 volt. Yeah, Babs is another creator as well. Let's get Babs added in. We're going to just end with just creators in the chat. Yeah. Okay, we'll connect it back and we'll take a measurement and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right, that should be fully connected. Now, the way I found best to do this, because it's right up there, awkward to measure. So I think I powered it on like this last time and folded the handle at the right angle so I can, yeah, kind of get at it like this. Let me find the best angle. Oh, yeah, maybe like that. I think that's perfect. We'll get the microscope over there. We'll power on again. I'm not a creator, I'm a streamer. Streaming is creation. Oh, Nana just wants to, hey, MXP. Everybody's been asking about your nice Finirsi software, because I was just showing that off earlier. So we're going to take a measurement down here. I'll see if the microscope will go in on that bit. Oh, this is so hard to film, this is. We'll try my best. There we go. So it's that top pad on there. Let me see if we can measure them. Let's go back to voltage. And here. Can't hardly probe it. It doesn't look like we've got anything. I'm pretty sure that that side is the ground at the bottom, but I could be wrong. Let me just double check. No, nothing there. And this side. No, we've not got anything at the moment. Let me go overhead and just double check. We're talking about your OSD software. Yeah, we were. Right, I'm just going to have to stick my head in a minute and just find out for sure. This wire came to here. No, we've got nothing on there now. Let me just check if we've still got our 5 volts. Yeah, we've still got our 5 volts on our main board. And that means that we still have this 5 volts up here. 15 and 15. And 17 and 17. Yeah, don't forget that those two 8 volts were AC measurements, by the way. So they're not DC, where it was measuring 5 volts. Let that connection point lost path to ground. Yeah, I mean, let me try and get a ground on this board itself, because I was testing on this secondary board. Let me have a look. Let me go on a screw hole on this one. See if that will be a ground. And I'll just try some of these coils here. Nothing on there. Nothing on there. There is some test points. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, there seems to be. I'll check our battery, look. There you go, just to prove that the ground's good there. We've got 3.3 on the battery. Wouldn't the continuity go to the neutral and not the ground? Did you check the transformer outputs? Sorry, I should be more specific in chat, given the difference between what I see and what I'm typing, what you might see. If one of those was your ground and you never saw your meter go to 0 volts, that would indicate the ground path fault. Yeah, because, yeah, maybe between them, look, if that was ground, I should see kind of 0. Like if I touch my probes together, you see what I mean? That kind of zeroes out on there, so my reading. So when your probes are floating like that, you see it jumping all around, and then I grind it out and it goes to 0. So essentially, if I go onto 2 ground points onto here, again you see 0. And if I go ground point on this board to ground point on this board, we're all over the place. So it doesn't look like it's common from here to here. But this is definitely ground on this board, and I can measure on there. So but I was measuring between there and there previously and had voltage. So I'm not sure why this ground isn't connected to this ground. The goat of console repairs. Check out Ace. Yeah. What was connected to that step down transformer? So you're talking about this one on here. I haven't measured these ones, what voltages we've got. So we'll have to go back on this ground. This one we've got 15 and 14 in and out. 14, 26 on there. Yeah, I just want to pick up, because I was obviously measuring around here. I just want to pick up some measurements here, see if I actually do have any voltage, because that could have been the reason. There we go, look. So on the input of that board, I've got 0.4 volts, not 5 volts. Taking it away. On this side should be ground. Yeah, millivolts. So yeah, there on that input 0.4, and that should be 5 volts. It was probably plugged into the wall inside your panel box. The ground and the neutral are tied together. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. So what I will do is I will power it off. And I just want to make sure that the input there, output, is not shorted at all, because I was measuring with a different ground before with all the other measurements, so I need to kind of just make sure I'm measuring correctly now to ground, which I know is down there. So if I measure on this input, yeah, it's still measuring high on there. If you want an exact measurement, I'm guessing it's going to be something in the kilo ohms or something. Yeah, like 5 kilo ohms on that 5 volt line. So that looks fine. That's ground. So put to the 0. On the output side of this regulator, going to the screen, we do have 4 ohms, by the way. I also noticed that that could be normal. I'm not sure what the LED should be. But I have tried disconnecting the output and also disconnecting the input, and that made no difference. It didn't bring up that voltage, that's only 0.4. Blown or shorted cap, PWM, IC or resistor. So if a cap is shorted, that's going to go low between the rail and the ground, yeah. But I can't pick up a short. So and also the regulator would probably have no output. It's strange that I have an output, but it's not what I expected. It's not 5 volt, it's low. So it's almost like there's a load on there that it can't handle, and then it's pulling it low under load. But I've also disconnected this. That was a load on there, so I'm not exactly sure what it can be. Oh, my nerd cave. Yeah, I'm still here, mate. We're actually working, and just an update for anybody joining. I'm trying to fix my old multimeter, because it is a nice multimeter. This, it's not the primary one that I use, but you can do like 4-wire measurements on here, and it's a really beautiful display and everything on this one. But yeah, I have found that it just stopped working for some reason. Yeah, fair point, Andy. Everything didn't see. So yeah, I'm not really sure. It's hard to take voltage measurements, because ideally I want to take this board out, and then I can't take it because it's tied to this. I will plug it in, just see if I can pick up any voltages anywhere, measuring with the correct ground. So if we go here, let's just see what voltages we've got coming in on this connector, this big connector down here. I'll just go across them, see if there is anything coming in, then we know. So we got 0.9 volts on there. 0.9 on there seems a bit low. Nothing. 0.4. Okay, so we've only got 0.4 on that power supply, and we've also got a 0.4 coming in. So maybe it could be on the main power board. That 0.4 that's coming in could be the wrong one. Maybe that's supposed, there we go, 0.4 as well. 0.9. So these voltages don't seem right to me coming in there. We've got 0.9s and 0.4s. That's kind of strange. What I'm going to do is I will measure the 0.4 ones. Let me pick them up. I'll put them with a marker pen, and then we can check them back on the main board with this disconnected, this panel. Right, I've got a 0.4 there. I'll mark it, then we can disconnect the front panel and then measure it at the same point, see if there's some kind of load dragging it down. Right, we got it, if that makes sense. So let me just measure one more time, just to be 100% sure. That one I've got a marker on. There we go, we got 0.4 volts. And that's also, just to confirm, the same input that I'm seeing where I previously had 5 volts. I'm seeing 0.4 volts coming into this little regulator. So I think that's wrong. I think we're missing 5 volts coming in from the main board, but we do have 5 volts on the test point. So maybe something on this front panel is dragging it down. Let's pull that apart. And that's disconnected. Transformers hardly get hot. You might still be better getting a new buck converter. Yeah, so this one here is getting hot. But when I measured it, and oh, by the way, it gets hot even with that disconnected. Yeah, we'll find out now, because I know which pin it is. I'll take you under the microscope because you'll be able to see the marking. I can have this flat now. We might be able to follow the trace if we need to. There we go. I can see the trace going up and you can see the marking on there. So first of all, I'm interested, let's plug it back in to the power. Let me rotate it so it's straight for you. Okay, so let me try on the shield of this one and go here. So we're not getting anything on there. So I don't think that's a ground. Let me go on a different ground, this screw hole here. Nothing. And that's definitely the one that had 0.4 on it. Board's definitely on. Just wondering if I've got a good ground. I mean, this all area looks like ground here, so you would assume like these ones are ground, like this one. So I could go on to there, and this one is the track that's going off. No, I'm no longer getting any voltage. 3 rows of pins. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3 all look like ground to me. Thermal cam. Yeah, I'll go to the thermal cam in a minute. It's a good call. I just want to see though, because we've got a change in behavior here. I had 0.4 volts when I had the other board, and now I've got nothing. And I had some 0.9s, so nearly 1 volt. And now I've got no voltages. Let's just hit that checkpoint again. This is where we had those 5 volts, I think, wasn't it? But they were AC anyway. Yeah, it was this regulator here on the leg. 10 volts going in here, I think. With 5 volts. No, we've lost the ground. Let me just make sure my probes are okay. It's like I haven't got a good ground anymore. I mean, yeah, work out where else can I get a ground from? I was just going in this screw hole here. I mean, that should be definitely a ground. Let's go back onto there. And nothing. Test between red and blue from the transformer. All right. So, red and blue. Here are the blue wires. I mean, we do have a dedicated ground pad here for these measurements. Let's just go back to the beginning, switch to AC, and we will test on those pads there. We'll go ground on that pad and we'll go to there. And there we got the stable 20 volts. And I'm sure if I move over there, we'll also have the 20 volts. 20 volts. So let's try now, just to confirm, I'm going back on the screw hole as my ground. And let's go here. And no, I'm only getting 12 volts there. So that doesn't look like a good ground. Let me go on this shield up here. Yeah, so the shield seems to be a good ground. I've got 20 volts on there. So let's go over to the DC section. Switch the meter over. This section that says 5 volts on there. Yeah, we are getting measurements. 5 volt, 15, 15. Back to our connector. On this leg, nothing. So unless this isn't an output to the screen, maybe something comes back from the screen, like 0.4 going back in here, telling it to switch something on, some kind of signal. Well, I'm just tracing that where it goes. It's the second line on there. It's actually going all the way to the back, I think. The second line under the sticker. And then it's disappearing. It's this trace here that's going down there. I think it might be for one of the I/O ports, so that might be normal. I think it could be for the USB or the GPIO, something like that. So that might be not where the power comes in. Maybe the power comes in on one of these. So the 0.4s and the 0.9s there, the 1 volts could be just for the I/O board. Yeah, the test point says 17 volts. Yeah, there is no load, and it's 20. I will get the thermal camera out anyway, just to show you that. And you can tell me if you feel that that is normal, what you're seeing here. That's all 3 of them heat up. But this one in particular was getting hot earlier. What did I do with my phone? Here we go. Yeah, let me get the thermal camera out. Oh, I can link it to the computer actually for you. 1 second. That will be easier so you can see. I'll plug it into here. Let me load the thermal camera software. If I can find it. Thermal Master. Just launching that. Okay, we do have thermal. Let me see if I can get that on screen for you. Right. Hopefully you'll be able to see that now. I'm wondering if I can get the temperatures on screen. Let me just do that. Hopefully it's going to put the temperatures themselves on the screen. No, it's not. I don't know if it's possible to put that on. It's a shame. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't put that on. But you get the point anyway. See what you think to that. And if you want to look at the whole board, we've got 3 relays on here. Obviously current is passing through them. That's heating up. And then just these 3 regulators. They actually all look like they're heating up equally, to be honest with you. Yeah, checking the bridge rectifier mostly occurs when there is no voltage or posting. That isn't the meter, an RMS meter. Yes, it is. I think it is true RMS as well. I think it should be, though. I think one being currently used is the O1. Basically, we need to compare engineering wiggle room plus measurement inaccuracy. The one that I'm using is the Rigel currently, the one that I've got on screen to take the measurements. That was the Rigel DM858E that I'm currently using. Yeah, it's measuring AC. But yeah, I mean, I could also use the O1, for example, because that can be completely isolated. Because it's, in fact, mine isn't even powered by mains. I'm only USB powered on there, and the USB is through a powered hub, so the ground could be connected. I think I'm getting good measurements on this shield now. But there you go. You can see what we're seeing on the thermal camera. And if I connect, let me disconnect the power. We'll switch it off. And we'll put this back on just to check under the thermal camera on this one. But these type of things are quite difficult to fix without any schematics or any kind of documentation at all. And there's nothing out there on YouTube or anywhere I can find where people have actually, you know, fixed or repaired, documented this. I think this genuinely has gone faulty, and it might not have been anything related to the modification that I was done. But obviously that's the first point you would assume and the first point you would look at. Let's see if that's in fully. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, we are in. Let me see if I can lock in position. Not ideal in that one. Trying to remember how I had it before now. Must have been like that. Not sure, but I'll get the thermal camera on it now. Let me switch it back on. It's back on. Thermal camera on the screen. And let's have a little scan. Everything's going a bit slow on my computer, but you'll be able to see here. There's pretty much no heat at all in that board. The only things that are getting hot, well, like everything's so laggy on the computer. Hope you can still see that, but yeah, you'll just be able to see it's those. Zoom about out a little bit. Kind of everything looks normal, to be honest.